Hi Virgo, welcome to my channel. My name is Kim. So today, Virgo, for your meditative session, you guys got Chameleon Spirit, number 14, making a 5. Act as if. It's interesting because what I'm getting with this is the fact that I think you guys have been going through some sort of upgrade. It's funny because it's like some of you might have had symptoms of like being a little bit sick or like being a little bit stuffy. Maybe some of you guys have been getting a lot of headaches. What I feel like this upgrade is it's a good thing, basically, right? It's helping you guide the 3D. And I think that's what you've been asking for. I think you've needed a lot of time to kind of like understand what the hell goes on. Like, you know, when you're like young and you're innocent and you kind of take everything like, you know, if someone says like, you know, this happened on, you know what I mean? Like, and you trust everybody. You're like really honest with everybody. You're like really open with everybody. And then like life kind of teaches you like not to be that way, right? Because like not everyone's going to be honest. Not everyone's going to be like trusting. Like you learn those little lessons, right? That teach you to kind of like close up, right? So I feel like that's been giving you like the opportunity to ask, you know, help me navigate better, right? Like help me discern better between like people and between places and like environments, and help me get like, you know, it's basically your intuition, your third eye, right? Like my gut, right? Like help me like have that ability so I don't have to suffer, right? And it's interesting because I think like they talk about how the chameleon has a third eye, right? And it's like behind his head, and it teaches the chameleon like between light and dark, right? Like the chameleon can't see through that third eye, but they can sense like light and dark with their third eye. So that's kind of what I think is going on. It's like you're receiving like an upgrade or some sort, and like it's making you a lot more sensitive to the light and the dark, right? Like the energy of someone else. So you might feel really tired at this time. You might feel like exhausted or like sad or like, you know what I mean? Not sad, but just like a little bit like down. But I think it's because you're more sensitive. So it's going to teach you to create better boundaries. It's also going to teach you to like create boundaries with those that are basically depleting you, right? So you're learning like, okay, like why am I exhausted after hanging out with this person? Okay, like maybe I shouldn't hang out with this person that much because I'm just depleted afterwards, right? Like not in a good way, like but in a bad way. So yeah, that's what I feel like is going on for you guys. Let's pull some more cards though and see what we got. So Virgo, I feel like this reading is like kind of what we were talking about in the meditative session. So I feel like what they want to help you out with was like, again, there's nothing wrong with being in this like energy of being naive, right? And like in the youth, right? There's like a positive aspect to being in this like energy of being the youth, right? Like you get to, you know, be fearless. You explore, you're adventurous. There's like, you know, you're not really scared of anything, right? But I feel like being in that energy has led to like heartbreak, has led to like lies, has led to manipulation, has led to like hard work, has led to a lot of confusion, right? And it's like there's nothing wrong with being in this seat, right? Like there's nothing wrong with the youth, right? But at the same time, it's like learning to work with that part of you, right? Like, so like there's a part of you that likes to explore, there's a part of you that wants to continue exploring, like travel, you know, go other places, go different like, you know what I mean? Like, there's a part of you that is going to keep doing this and like be in this energy and go out and like venture off into the world basically and do whatever the hell you want to do, right? But at the same time, it's like, this is so important because like, yeah, in the past you were in this energy and it led to a lot of problems, right? So the whole point of this upgrade is to help you with like, it's like to guide you basically through that energy, right? So that like next time you go out, next time you travel, next time you like leave your house, wherever you're leaving like that zone of comfort and you're going somewhere unknown, you won't be like fooled, right? And it takes intuition and it takes kind of, again, being fearless, right? Like you can't sit in the youth card and have fear, right? Like you can't go out and explore and be like passionate and like, you know, trying to go out and do whatever, like lust for life, you know, and then be full of fear. Like you can't, right? So they're trying to help you with that. They're trying really hard to help you with both of these things. And I feel like you've kind of dropped the ego. You've dropped the fear. I don't feel like there's a lot of things now that like can kind of keep you back. That fear is gone, right? But now what I feel like they've been working on is your intuition, right? Because I don't think you've ever been someone who's very fearful. Maybe this is like just who you are. You're not like a fearful person. You're not like, I see the ego in reverse, which is good, right? It's like, that's not who you are, right? And that's like timeless, right? Like that's not a problem that you're ever going to really have. But what you needed help with, and maybe in this lifetime, is your intuition, like opening it up again. So that's what I feel like is going on now. Like, yeah, you've reached a certain point and they're kind of just making it go a little further, right? And sometimes it sucks because I feel like these activations or this upgrade, right, in energy, it causes like you to feel really tired. It causes you to feel like not in, you know, the youth, but like in an energy of like, yo, I need to go to sleep. Like I'm exhausted. You don't really know what's going on. And I think that's what's going on. It's like, they don't want you to ever feel unstable again. Like you asked for this basically. That's what's funny. It's like, I feel like they're saying you asked for this, right? Like how many times did you, you know, ask for help or ask for like, you know, someone to guide you? And it's like you have to kind of be your own compass sometimes. Like they can't make every decision for you. Sometimes, you know, you ask for aid, you ask for help, and then it doesn't, like, it comes, but you're not seeing it, you know, sometimes. And that's what they don't want you to ever miss, like another sign, right? Another like synchronicity, another message that they're getting to you. Sometimes you get a lot of messages and you don't know what the fuck they're saying, right? That's another thing. It's like 20 million, like, you know, you see like 10 things, 10 signs in a day. You're like, is that a sign? Is that a sign? And they're like, let's like end the confusion of, is this a sign? Is that a sign? Is that a synchronicity? Yeah, probably all of it is. And they're hammering it in, right? So that you can like upgrade, so that you won't ever be like in a seat of instability. So like all your senses are working. Again, you've never been like a fearful person. You've never been an egoistic person. That's what I'm getting. It's like, it's not even about that. It's not even about, maybe like there were times when your ego was triggered, but I feel like that's not who you are. And I feel like that's something that will never go away. But what they're trying to work on you now is the intuition. And I feel like you asked for it. That's what I keep getting. You asked for it. Like in whatever way you ask for help, this is how they're going to help you. So if it knocks you on your ass for a little bit and you're really tired, again, I know it's like Virgo season and we're talking to Virgo, so it's kind of funny because it's like, who the hell wants to be tired around their birthday? But that's just the reality, right? Like the reality of the situation is like, it's really important to work on this intuition. It's very, very important. And again, it's to help you guys out when you step out again, when you go on this journey, when you're setting out. They don't want you to be like confused. They don't want you to like not ever, you know what I mean? They're always going to be there, but they want you to get every single sign and message that they give to you and make sure that like your third eye is like on point basically. So that like you'll never have like another mistake in love that will leave you like empty. You'll never have to like go through a really hard, you know, you're not going to put a lot of time and effort into something that's not going to lead to anything, and you're not going to be confused anymore, right? So this is like basically all you could ask for. And this is like what I'm getting at the end, right? With the 7 of Wands and the 8 of Cups, right? I see they're very similar, right? They're very, very similar. And I like this energy because it kind of shows like, I feel like this is you during the upgrade. Like this is what's going on in the upgrade. Like this is the work that they're doing on you. And it's funny because it's in Wands and it's in Cup, right? So I feel like it's a significant thing that it's in Wands and it's in Cup. I feel like, again, it's going to probably cleanse you in some sort of way emotionally, and it's going to also like be some, like I'm getting a quick like thing, right? Like you'll be right back on your feet, right? I don't think this is going to be a long thing. Like I don't think this is like your first activation. For some of you it might be, but I don't think it is. I think this is for someone who's going through, like, you know, it's like I heard, like, you know, when you have a car and you have to go get like an oil change. It's like that. It's like it's not going to be in the shop for a really long time, and I feel like that's important. But even though it's a short period of time, a lot of shit's going on. Like, again, they want you to be off. They want you to continue on your journey. And that's what I'm saying. It's going to be quick, right? Like, it's going to be quick right afterwards. We're ending in Wands and we're ending in Knight of Swords. Like, very fast energy. This is, like, such fast energy. And that's what I'm getting. It's like the energy is coming very quickly because maybe there's a decision coming. Maybe there's a point in your life where you're going to have to make, like, a pivotal choice. Maybe there's just a point in your life where you're going to have to, like, you know, like the journey starts over again, right? The Youth card, like starting over again, whatever that means to you guys. But you're gonna have so much strength, right, over like these like oppressing things, which I feel like are anxiety, one, like heavy anxiety with this card, and heartbreak, like past things that hurt you. Again, like this is the energy we're working through right now. This is also like right now they're gonna help you with this so that you can, like, again, ascend to like the Empress energy where you can be like calm. So if things have to leave your life at this time, like, again, once this is done, I think things might be leaving your life, right? Like people might have to go, people you might not talk to anymore. Do you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that might change really quickly, but that's okay, because again, this wasn't meant to last a long time. It's just meant to like bring you up further, right? And again, something that you asked for, because you want to be in this energy, right? Like you asked to be in this energy. So the way to get you into this energy is to do this work, which is annoying, I guess, but they want you to have strength over it. And again, it's going to help in the long run. It's going to help with anxiety, especially anxiety. I keep hearing that, and heartbreak from the past, confusion, like working for something that doesn't lead to anything. Again, a lot of important things here, Virgo. So you guys already got Chameleon Spirit, Act As If. Let's see if there's any Divine Feminines for you guys. So Virgo, there's something here about, you guys got Isis, the goddess of magic. Sexual energy is sacred. My pleasure is a prayer that brings me back to life. I think that's something that maybe Virgos have a hard time with, like pleasure, right? Because like I feel like Virgos are very like dutiful. I just think of Virgos as like people who work really hard, and I feel like there's times in life when they don't really like know how to like accept the pleasure of life, right? Like the other side of life. And I feel like that's kind of a message here. It's like after this work is done, I feel like we're going to be like moving into this period of life where pleasure is going to be like available more readily, right? And that's again why I think you have to be more ready, right, for this, like whatever's coming up. I think like there is like a change in the wind basically, and Isis, with her wings, it reminds me of the wind, of the air. There's a change in the wind, there's a change, again, a rebirth, right, with the snake. And I think that it's going to be very powerful, and you're going to have to be like ready basically to accept the changes that are coming, and accept, like, they want you to like accept pleasure basically, like know, that sometimes it's a time of work and then sometimes it's a time of like pleasure. And like I feel like that's what's coming for you guys. Honestly, with Isis coming up after it, it's like I think there's a time of like magic, a time of pleasure, a time of sexual energy, like in like immense pleasure coming for you. And I think that it's like hopefully that these lessons that they're teaching you now, even if you're alone, there's still things that you're learning, right? There's upgrades, like there's things in your sleep that are going on that are really important to kind of bring you to this level where you can actually enjoy this part of life, right? So yeah, Virgo, I really love you guys. I hope this reading resonates, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.